this is John Cola with DiscountJuicers.com. Today I have another exciting episode for you, and instead of me sharing my expertise on juicers that I've been juicing for over 20 years now and playing with these juicers each and every day, I want to get you guys a different perspective, and that's literally of my girlfriend. She's been juicing now for about 2 years, and she has a lot of experience with the different juicers, especially going out with the guy that sells juicers. And so I want to get her on and share her story about juicers, why she's juicing, and the juicers she's used in the past, what she likes and doesn't like about each one, and which one she uses now. So let's go ahead and introduce you to Lauren.
Hello, everyone.
So, Lauren, why did you originally get into juicing?
Well, I was having health problems about 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. And I started juicing, actually without any of these juicers. I was using one of my parents' old, like $20 juicers, and I made like really, really bad combinations of juice to begin with.
So let's talk about that cheap $20 juicer. And I know you've used some of these high-end juicers now. How does that $20 one compare to like some of the other ones you've used?
Well, compared to any of these, the $20 one was just awful. It was awful. It took like, I don't know, it took forever to make like 40 ounces of juice. And at the time, I didn't really know how to make juice that tasted, bearable. and it was just an awful experience to start off, but no, it's not that way anymore.
Right, so why don't you share with my viewers some of the juices that you've made that tasted awful and why, and maybe what you do now to help them out so that they can make juices that taste good from the get-go and not go through your experiences.
Well, the first juice I made was probably like cabbage, a lot of ginger, a lot of bitter greens, no celery, no cucumber, just a lot of bitter flavors with a lot of ginger, and maybe a couple of tomatoes were in there. And it was, I used to call my green juice my grassy piss water.
It doesn't have to be that way.
And I had a bad attitude about it, and I was just like, this sucks. But nowadays, I really, really like juicing, and I like drinking all kinds of juices. And you just have to have like a good base and not have the main ingredient be a bunch of bitter greens with ginger. So I like to use celery and cucumber as my vegetable base, and then I also add carrots, and then I'll add, kale or collard greens or something else, but I'll make sure that I have celery and cucumber in there, usually, or carrots and apples, stuff like that, and it makes it a lot better. And I can drink like any kind of juice, and I really like it, so I'm like totally different attitude about juicing now.
Yeah, I mean, the right recipes and the right juicer could make your juicing experience so much better. If you're interested in learning how to make your own and formulate your own recipes, I have a really good video. I'll actually put a link down below. It's basically titled, Free Juice Recipes for Life Without Having to Buy a Recipe Book. Because I want you guys truly to come up with recipes on your own based on, what you have in your garden or what's on sale at the store so that you can make inexpensive, delicious juices that taste great every single time. So Lauren, let's get into some of the benefits of juicing. I mean, you are very beautiful. I know the juicing is playing a small part. It's helped cleared up your skin. You've lost some weight because of eating a healthy fruit and vegetable based diet and the juicing. What else has it done for you?
Well, I was having a lot of health problems to start off with. I was prone to candida, so I was making a lot of green juices, and I don't know, it just kind of helped make me feel really clean And you know, I guess I did lose weight when I was initially starting to really get into juicing, and it also kind of changed my mind. I guess the more I juiced, the more the fruits and vegetables spoke to me and told me what to do.
She's kind of hippie too. I like that.
Yeah. And yeah, so I really like it, and I make all kinds of juices now, and it's a really good way to start the day, and it's just like really clean, and it's not, you know, it's really easy to digest, and it gives me a lot of energy.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. Juicing could help you get the nutrients your body needs. It could help you, you know, shed those extra pounds, because juicing is a low-calorie food. Plus, it also allows you to concentrate and, you know, get in literally the nutrients out of 5 pounds of carrots without having to eat 5 pounds of carrots. And that's what I really love about juicing. So Lauren, let's talk about some of the different juicers you've used. I mean, these are all the different models, and why don't you go ahead and go through your whole story of the different juicers you've used over the different years and your experiences with each of them.
Okay. Well, after my parents' $20 juicer, I went out and I got myself an Omega 8005.
That's very similar to the 8004 right here.
Yeah. And that's when I started juicing. I was juicing mainly vegetables and leafy greens, so I was happy with it and everything was good. But then I started having money problems, so I had to sell it.
How much did you sell it for?
I sold it for $200.
And she bought it for like $250?
$280 or something.
Oh wow. Yeah, so I mean, juicers, a good juicer, keep the resale value.
Yeah. And then I bought a NutriBullet.
That's not a juicer.
No, but it was 5 easy payments of $20. And it seemed like better for my budget at the time. And
So Lauren, what's the difference between the juicing that you did with the 8005 and the NutriBullet that then you had to get because you couldn't afford a juicer?
The juicing, I don't know, I feel like it's obviously better. I was getting more nutrients with the juicer. But the NutriBullet was working. I mean, I couldn't blend, you know, a bunch of like bitter greens with celery and cucumbers, because that just
makes it mush.
Work. So I don't know. It was good though. I mean, I would blend, you know, soups in the NutriBullet, and it was good. I mean, I was using it every day for a long time until I finally got a juicer again for my birthday, which was an 8006 Omega.
And that's just like the 8004, but a different color. So the 8006 that she had is called a horizontal auger style juicer, you know, identical to the 8004, except the color is different. And this style juicer really is good at juicing things like leafy greens and vegetables. It really does an amazing job. And super simple, super easy to clean. It does take a little more time than a NutriBullet, you know, that you can literally rinse out and go. This one takes me about under 2 minutes to clean, so it's super simple, super easy. But this wasn't meeting all Lauren's needs, so Lauren, what was the next juicer you got?
I got a Breville Juice Fountain Plus.
Which is like this one.
This is the Elite. And because I wanted to start juicing every day, and it kind of took a while, and, you know, to hurry up and make a juice before I had to go to work or something. And so I got a Breville, and I started juicing a bunch of, I would juice like celery, cucumbers, and carrots in the Breville, and I would still juice my leafy greens in the Omega, and that made it quicker to make juicing something I could do every day. And I got it, I got mine kind of cheap on Craigslist, so it wasn't that big of a expense.
Awesome. Yeah, so I mean, with every different juicer, there's always pros and cons. Like the Breville, it runs at 10,000 plus RPMs. This one runs at like 80 RPMs. So you're going to be done quicker. You know, it does juice, in general, hard vegetables and firm fruits better than the 8004, 8006 series machines, but it does not juice leafy greens well at all. It literally spits them out whole. In addition, this machine, because it runs so fast, it tends to oxidize and add air and interject air into the juice, which lowers the nutrition, and that's the reason why I like the slow juicers. So, Lauren, let's get into the juicer you got after you got the Breville.
Well, then I met John, and he brought over this vertical omega juicer, and I was like, whatever, I'm just going to stick to my two juicers. But then, you know, the more I started using it, and the more I started watching him use it, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And so I started juicing everything in the vertical juicer, everything. And then I stopped using my other two juicers completely.
So yeah, when I originally went to Lauren's place and I saw that she had an 8006, which actually I kind of like, and a Breville, which actually I used to use these same two style machines like back in the day before they had the vertical juicers. They were like the best of both worlds. You could do your greens, you could do your other stuff fast, but I really don't like the fast juicers in this day and age, and I'm like, she has those two. Like, to me, the 8006 is kind of like, it has a smaller feed chute, you got to push produce in there. It takes so much time, whereas the VRT is so much quicker and efficient and still produce a higher quality juice than this. So I'm like, okay, I got to bring her out a VRT, a vertical juicer. I just have an extra one. I could leave it with her, and she could be juicing in that. And sure enough, she liked that more than these two machines. And then, so what did you do with these two machines, honey?
The Breville is at my sister's house now, and the Omega 8006 is kind of just sitting on my counter.
But what are you going to do with it, maybe?
I could use it again, or I don't know. I could also give that to someone, but I'm really happy with the vertical juicer that I have right now.
Yeah, so I mean, she gifted her juicers, one of the best gifts you can give to somebody else, a juicer, so that they can improve their health when you get a new one. All right, so Lauren, what juicer do you have now, and what juicer is your favorite out of all the different juicers you've ever used, including at my house and your house and all the ones you've used?
Okay, well, the juicer I have now is the Kuvings whole slow juicer, and I really like it. I mean, I like this one too, but I like this one. It has a larger feed chute. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
The quality of the juice, like it's really easy to make juice, like any kind of juice, like leafy green vegetable juice is easy in the Kuvings, and fruit juices are easy in the Kuvings, and so I just like to use the Kuvings, and it also, like, all of the juice tastes way better than if I were to make it in something like a Breville, and it tastes just a lot less aerated, and you know, it's much higher quality. So I like the Kuvings, I guess, the most. I don't know, I like your juicer.
The Omega VSJ 843.
Yeah. Yes. That's good. It doesn't get as clogged as easily as the Kuvings might in some cases, but I think the Kuvings is, I mean, it does everything I want it to do, so.
Yeah, I mean, every juicer, once again, has its pros and cons, and, you know, the Kuvings is a good juicer. It sits on my countertop also. I use it for juicing fruits. I really like the large feed chute. It just makes juicing easy, makes it easier for Lauren, you know, than a smaller feed chute on this vertical. And they have different cleaning brushes and a nice recipe book to help get you started. So there you have it. You heard about Lauren's story about using all the different juicers and which one she likes the best now. And I would concur, I personally like the vertical style machines, vertical juicers the best, you know, whether that's the Omega VSJ 843, which I use a lot, or the Kuvings Whole Slow Juicer, or even the Slow Star. if you are looking at buying a vertical slow juicer, be sure to check my other videos. I have a video on the top 3 vertical slow juicers and why I like them, where I compare them side to side. So Lauren, do you have any other final tips or comments from my viewers out there watching today?
Oh, I would just say the best thing you can do is just to get started with whatever juicer you have. And it might be difficult at first because it's not a routine yet, and it might not be something you're used to doing, but you can figure out what you can do to make all your juices taste really good. If it doesn't work out the first time, just remember you can add celery or cucumbers, lemon or apples and carrots are all good bases, and yeah, just keep doing it, and it might take additional time, but you'll get used to it, and it's worth it, and you'll feel great the more you start doing it. So that's what I would say.
Awesome. Yeah, I want to encourage you guys, to get started juicing. I always want to encourage you guys to buy good quality items, whatever you're buying, whether that's a juicer, a vacuum cleaner. Buy something that's going to last and going to give you a long warranty. And literally, some of the juices on the table here have, 10 or 15-year warranties, and they will be around so that they can give you the health benefits, provide you the weight loss, and give your body the nutrition it needs. So yeah, that's very simply just it. Get started today. If at first you don't succeed, try again, because I know you will make some recipes that don't taste good. Once again, I will put that link down below this video for my video on how to create and formulate your own juice recipes that taste great every single time. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already, and be sure to check my other videos. I have over 400 videos comparing different juicers side by side, like the Breville versus the Kuvings, the Breville versus the 8006, and all these things, so you can determine what juicer is the best for you, just much like one of those old-fashioned shoe salesmen. I want to fit you guys with the right juicer, because everybody out there has different needs, and while myself and my girlfriend love the vertical style, that may not be exactly the kind that you need to get. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Maybe I'll get Lauren on in the future to maybe make some juice recipes for you guys and demonstrate some juicers. But anyways, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors. Alright, this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. And what I'm going to do for you guys today is show you guys the best, fastest, and easiest way to lose weight without exercise, by literally drinking something that you